Okay, Shaggy, Newcastle United 2, Liverpool 3. Despite us losing, going down to 10 men, I don't think you can fault the lads ever today, to be honest, particularly coming from 2-0 down, particularly with 10 men.
I thought we played really well, and I couldn't believe that second half. Liverpool scored that second goal within 25 seconds, and you're thinking, great, down to 10 men, 2-0 down. It's going to be one of those halves where we'll potentially lose 3 or 4, and it could get a little bit messy. You got to give credit to the lads for the fact that it's easy to go down at 2-0 down, and they just went for it. And the minute we got that goal from Bruno, it just lifted everyone. Liverpool were, well, I don't know what happened to them in the second half, if I'm honest. I was expecting a bit more. You expect them to take control of the game. At that point, they didn't. They become a little bit more lethargic, as if the game was too easy for them. And, our lads just, at 2-1, they went for it. And eventually, I said to one of the lads I sit next to, if we can get that equaliser, the place will erupt and everyone will just, it'll be up for the rest of the game. And if there's anyone that was going to win that game, it was us.
Aye.
So to lose it right at the depth, it's so disappointing because we put so much into that second half. But if you go down to 10 men, it's always going to be difficult against the quality sides like Liverpool.
Well, it is, isn't it? I mean, we've got to talk about the sending off for Gordon. I mean, it's a red card. I mean, I had to go down into the concourse to double check it. He puts his studs right on the back of Van Dijk's calf, and the studs just then start to slide down on Van Dijk's calf. It's a definite red for me.
He's just had a frustrating game, hasn't he? He's not really.
Well, he's trying to go for the ball, but he's just caught Van Dijk completely wrong.
He has, and that's what I'm saying. It's a clumsy challenge, and he's basically opened up the game for Liverpool. Because even at that stage, despite not doing much in the final third and being so wasteful at times, we had Liverpool on the ropes, and the red card, it's cost. Even when you look back at it now, it has. And as much as we've done so much in that second half, you have to look back at that. And what infuriates me more is that, now I don't like to look back at it now, but if Isak was playing out, I think we win this tonight. I really do.
Yeah, that's why strikers needed.
We'll win the game, against Aston Villa. We're probably on 6 points rather than 1, and it's lessons learned. I just felt like we put so much into it, and listen, it's a red card, and I seen that straight away. I didn't need to look back at the monitor. I know the referee was getting a lot of, as you would, but it is what it is. It's happened. But what I liked about the squad is the fact we never gave up. It was never sort of like, that's it, the game's been gone and done. We're competing, but it's just we're missing, that striker to put the ball in the back of the net. And let's say for Gordon, he's not a striker, but what can Eddie Howe do? Gordon should be getting played out left or right or whatever, out wide, whatever. It's really, really frustrating.
Right, there's the question. Right, new striker, or do you give Isak a second opportunity if he does come back in?
I'm 50-50 with it. I've said this all along.
I've said I'm done with Isak at the moment.
Again, if Isak wants to come back, he's going to have to make it up to the fans, and the only way he can do that is by scoring goals. We need a solution. Something needs to happen by tomorrow. On Tuesday, if he stays, then he needs to fight for the club. He needs to fight, for the badge. If he doesn't, then he needs to go, and we need a striker or two in by Friday before Leeds, because we can't continue like this. We can't continue to drop points and be so wasteful in that final third. And it was evident against Aston Villa, where we could have won the game, as I mentioned before. It was evident tonight. When I look back at this game, I think Liverpool are a quality squad. They were there for the taking tonight.
I don't think they win the title. I don't think they win the title defending like that.
I thought Liverpool were really poor. I think Salah was quiet. A lot of their sort of bigger names were starved of any service. So that was, we can defend. We can. We can do a lot in the centre of midfield, but it's always up front, and I think that's the problem. It's something that the owners have to get on top of. I know Yasser was there tonight. I don't know what was said between him and Isak. That's really private. Hopefully it's positive, but we're just going to have to wait and see.
Aye, that's it. Well, then, thank you. Okay, Ryan. Newcastle United 2, Liverpool 3, all the way from Canada. Must be a little bit disappointed we've lost, but I think you've got to be happy with that performance in a way, particularly coming down from 2-0 to draw the game. And, of course, with 10 men as well. I don't think you've got to be proud of the lads for a good fight back in a way today.
Yeah, especially the second half. You got to really give them credit. Coming back with the 2 goals. It was really hard. The first half especially. I don't know what Anthony Gordon was doing. Come on, man. Didn't he get like a red card last year as well? Or was it the season before?
Yeah, it was, I know it was Brighton last year in the Cup.
Yeah,
the FA Cup.
but against Liverpool as well in that same home fixture against St. James's. Like, come on, man. And like, I'm sick of this striker, a winner at striker. I think play Asula. Like, people don't rate him, but he's the only really striker we've got at the club. And you're putting a square peg in a round hole playing Gordon at striker. And now he's gone for 3 games, so if there's no Isak coming in, you basically have to go to play Asula, because what are you going to play, Jacob Murphy or Elanga? Like, are you going to put another striker? No, another winger at striker? I don't think so. So I think Asula starts for me next game, especially with that goal. But like, yeah, it's...
I mean, right, it is a red card for Gordon. I mean, he basically puts his stud in the back of Van Dijk's calf. Yeah, it's a definite red, unfortunately.
Can't get away with it. I believe from my end, I was in the leases, but it looked like it was a 2-foot tackle.
It wasn't 2-footed, but it's a very high boot.
Yeah, high boot, and like if Van Dijk's leg was planted, his leg would have been broken. So yeah, like I definitely red card. There's no way around it, basically.
Well, no, I mean, but the second half, we came out fighting. I mean, that early goal for Bruno gave us a bit of a lift. I mean, it's a cracking header, to be fair.
Yeah, great header, great delivery in from Livramento as well. And yeah, it looked like something was coming. And we scored that goal, and then it's like still kind of dead because we still had the 10 men. But then Asula scores the second, and it's like, oh, we're kicking back into gear here, even though with 10 men, like it was insane. But obviously at the end with Rio scoring, right in front of me as well, is the worst feeling. Yeah.
But yeah, I know it is difficult at times going down to 10 men, try to hold a lead.
The thing is too, Pete, this isn't the first time I think we've been down to 10 men, and like we've actually fought back pretty well.
Exactly. I mean, normally 10 men, 2-0 down, you think that's it. Completely over, but
it's not just the effort. I think like what Sharky was saying earlier, like I think there is still quality missing as well. Like regardless if Isak comes back or not, we still need a striker for sure. And I'm almost getting ready to prepare for him to be back into the squad, because it's either he gets sold or he stays, and he gets sold on deadline day only, because these journalists, they love to have a blockbuster deal for the deadline days with Fabrizio Romano and stuff. But yeah, like a lot of fans like you're saying that you've had enough of Isak, you don't want to see him again. But I think the club almost have to prepare for a solution. You're in a tough spot. You're in a tough spot, and you got to figure out a solution. And even though it's not what you want, so yeah.
Well, true, yeah. The question is, do you want him back in the side, or have you given up with him as well?
I really don't want him back, but if he's back in the squad, like it is what it is, I guess.
Well, that's it, I suppose, yeah. I mean, are you confident we can beat Leeds, despite us coming from 2-0 down? I think we can beat Leeds. I mean, we'll have to see what the injuries on Joe Linton are like. I mean, it didn't look good for Joe Linton, to be fair.
Yeah, I believe I didn't catch that one just because I was looking at the subs bench, just seeing what was going on, if there's any activity in other parts of the pitch. Being the first time at a game, I was able to see more than just the eyes through the TV, so I didn't really catch that. But at the same time, I think with Ramsey in, there's no betting period in for him either. It's either him or Joe Willock that plays on that left side now, so we'll see. I think I don't think it's too bad just because of the recruitment we did with that left side of the midfield.
Yeah, that's it. I believe so. I think, do you see you were confident to beat Leeds?
Yeah, I think we should beat them. Like, I think you put Elanga in, I think put in some good balls that you put in the middle. Barnes, I think he was quite anonymous today, actually.
It wasn't on his game today, I thought.
No, you get the ball on the left and just couldn't even beat his man. I think we could still beat him because I think our midfield will overpower them. And yeah, even though they got destroyed 5-0 against Arsenal, I think it's a good time to play them at their ground, and we just got to take like a 1-0 or something, and we'll bounce back, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I believe so. Well, thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, Lawrence, Newcastle United 2, Liverpool 3. Despite us losing and going down to 10 men, I don't think you can fault the lads for today's effort at all, particularly you can it.
Absolutely not. Even before they scored, we were playing quite well, but went down to 10 men, daft on from Gordon, and then second half they scored so early on. You're thinking, what's happening in that dressing room? And you're just thinking as well, no, we're not going to come back from this. But you know what? Credit the lads for not giving up despite the red card. And once Bruno scored, we got a lot of belief, and then we got back to 2-2. We're thinking we're going to get out with a point, but there was so much stoppage time. Liverpool still had the man advantage, and we just switched off for that 1 minute and one moment, and then they took advantage.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, speaking about the red card, I mean, it is a red card for Gordon. I mean, you can't expect to put your studs into someone's calf, dig deep, and get away with it, unfortunately.
Exactly, it's just silly from him.
I mean, he was trying to press and go for the ball, but he's completely caught Van Dijk at the wrong time.
Yeah. And then you'll not be happy with him. What I will say, though, is Gravenberch, before he scored, could have been sent off as well.
Could have been, yeah.
I can't remember who he was challenged on. From what I've seen images, it looked like a red card. So for me, yes, VAR have done their job by getting the ref to check the monitor, which led to Gordon getting sent off. Why haven't they done the same thing for that?
Well, yeah, and Kanai could have been sent off. Bonds nearly went clean through. Kanai pulls him back, doesn't give a free kick, instead he books Bruno for complaining about it.
That's enough.
It's Simon Hooper.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Simon Hooper, absolutely god-awful referee. But second half, it was a good header for Bruno. It really was. And Asula scored as well. I mean, that was a good comeback. It was.
It was, because as I said, it would have been easy to feel like it was game over when you're 2-0 down against the champions with 10 men. But we didn't give up. Do you know what? If we show that fight in most games, the performance we've had in this game and against Aston Villa, we'll be all right.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Totally, yes. Right. Here's the question. Isak, second chance. Are you giving him, or are you completely done with him?
I think, it's one thing saying, I'm not going to play for the team again because, I want the move away. But if you're saying that in the window, it's another thing actually going through with it after the window's closed, and you've got about 4 months to wait until, you can get another move. I mean, Kabay, when he was refusing to play, but after the window shut, he was straight back in the starting 11. Yeah. I think he came as a sub in the last game before the window shut. He got his head down, and even though he was ready to move on, and he did eventually get that move.
Is that what you're thinking it'll be similar with Isak?
I could definitely see that, especially if, Yasser Al-Rumanian and Jamie Rubin having chats with him, because obviously we've seen Yasser was up for the game tonight.
Well, that's it, absolutely. Well, Leeds away next week. Are you confident we can beat them?
No reason why we can't. I mean, it's not going to be an easy game. Ellen Road is not a really easy place to go, especially early on in the season when they've just been new promoted. I'm hoping that the fact that lost final Arsenal's done their has sort of damaged the confidence, but then at the same time they'll be determined to put on a show, especially at home. Maybe we're playing them at a bad time. I mean, then again, you thought that'd be the opposite way around when we do, because we'll play Sunderland away later on. Hope that doesn't come back to bite us in December. But yeah, no reason why we can't beat Leeds. I think this will be the first game of the season that we'll be the favourites for.
That's it. Well, we still need a striker replacement for Wilson.
We do, and Yasser being here, I guess.
Hopefully something's going on in the background about it.
I guess that's going to help.
Well, that's it.
I mean, I suppose the good thing is, last year when we were in for a centre-back, I think Eddie put all his eggs in one basket with Mark Gahey. Funny enough, we were actually linked with Chow last summer, and then he's come this summer. We'll just But this time round, we've got more strikers than just Wisa. Even Strand Larson, even though they might not be the best signings, at least we're not put all eggs in one basket. I mean, I could also see happening us getting a striker right out of the blue that we've not been linked with.
It wouldn't surprise me, and then if we get with 2 strikers, then we might listen our offers for Isak.
Yeah.
It's his right, if the decent bid comes in, we could let him go.
Yep.
Well, that's it. Thank you.